All right, good morning. Alex Giles here on WBTV News Now with Chief Meteorologist Al Conklin. Another chilly start to a day where we're going to get some good amount of sunshine.
You know, Alex, yesterday we started at 28 degrees. We wound up at 59.
This morning,
we're starting off at 28 degrees. And you know what I'm forecasting this afternoon?
About 59?
59.
All right.
So, yeah, we're headed right back into the same neighborhood. It's almost
right.
Rinse and repeat. Although yesterday was a holiday for a lot of folks. Today, not
back
a
to
holiday.
work. Back to work. Come on.
Yeah. But just in case you did have the day off and you were looking for something to do, you know what might be fun? Maybe a little skiing, I was going to say. Take a look at this. This is Sugar Mountain up there in Avery County. And meteorologist Eric Garlick and I were up there about a month or so ago, and it just poured snow when we were there. Now, they've got clear skies this morning, no snow, and they're not quite open yet, although you do see the gondola going.
Yeah.
And nobody getting off there. The workers are still grooming it. But what a gorgeous start to the day up there. This camera is going to pan now towards the east and Highway 184 down there towards Banner Elk, and you could just see just fantastic looking.
Look at that.
Man, that'd be great to be up there today, you know, if you had the day off. But
right.
You know what? More likely you don't. So you're off to work, off to school here, whatever you got to do today. But let's take a look at, I just thought before we get into our local forecast, we'd look at the current snow cover across the country.
Oh, you're going to make all the folks who are hoping for snow down here upset with this.
Yeah, right. I mean, look where all the snow is. It's all north of the Mason-Dixon line and out west, as you'd expect, right? Parts of California and Colorado, and up into Wyoming, Idaho, Nebraska, or rather Montana, and then extends all the way eastward to New England, but no snow here. You know, frankly, not that it's been super warm, but just too warm. And again, every time we've had cold air, we just haven't been able to generate any moisture. So it's one or the other. We get cold, we have dry weather, we get warm, and then the rain comes, you know. And so, you know, not that we're counting, but yes, we are counting. Today is 739 days since we've had not even just measurable snow, even a flake of snow. We haven't even had a flake of snow.
So this counts like flurries, right?
Everything.
Wow.
Not even no snow whatsoever. But the last time we had measurable snow was just a coating, about a quarter of an inch. You got to go all the way back to just before the Super Bowl in 2022. So that is a long time ago, right?
And I know you've talked about this. There's no real, definitive reason as to why not, right?
No. I mean, overall, the pattern has just been too warm.
Right.
But, you know, last year we didn't have an El Nino. This year we have an El Nino. We couldn't stop the rain. The problem was, okay, so you go, oh, man, we've got moisture. And usually in an El Nino pattern, we get one or two snows around here because at some point cold air comes in, and while you're getting all these storms that come up the Gulf of Mexico, we just haven't been able to do that this year. Everything that's come up has been at the wrong time. If you're a snow lover, it's been rain. And that's what we're looking at. Our next round of precipitation is going to be just that. Rain Thursday night into Friday morning. But you mentioned here, you know, you and I were talking off camera a moment ago, temperatures are going up.
Yeah.
We're going to be warming up here. So today 59, and again I think tomorrow is probably right around 59. So you see a lot of sunshine in the forecast. It's going to be another nice day after that cold start. But temperatures are definitely headed up from here over the next couple of days. High pressure in command. That usually means a lot of sunshine. Now that front you see across the Midwest Wednesday, that will inch eastward on Thursday. We'll start dry here, but then that comes our next rain chance. That'll be Thursday night to Friday morning. So let's take a look at this. Right now I don't have a first alert out because I think most of the rain comes while we're sleeping.
And won't impact the day Friday morning.
That's right. I definitely won't Thursday.
Sure.
So Thursday night, you know, if you're in the mountains, maybe 8, 9, 10 o'clock, okay. But again, most of us are going to be sleeping. And based on the timing I'm seeing now, this particular model only goes out to very early Friday morning. But most of them suggest that the rain would be over with Friday morning, certainly by midday. And then we will either clear out or at least dry out Friday afternoon. And then that sets us up for a really nice weekend. So we've got one rain chance, and that's it. And it's not a great chance during the daylight hours because most of it, there's like an 80% chance Thursday night, but you're going to be sleeping. Well, you and I won't be because we'll be on our way to work. But most normal people
right, are going to be asleep,
they sleep while we're working.
Right.
And so, you know, that's what we're looking at. Now,
and it's not even heavy rain, right?
It's not that heavy.
Yeah.
No. Now, could there be a rumble or two of thunder? Sure. But I don't see anything severe right now. I don't think it's all that heavy. We may wind up with a quarter to a half inch of rain at best here from what we're seeing right now. Now, I want to look at the end of this month. Of course, this is a leap year, so we'll have the 29th. But this is basically going into the first week of March. So we see slightly above normal precipitation, but here's the big news. We have way above normal temperatures coming our way, not just for Charlotte, not just for the Carolinas, but for the entire eastern 2/3 of the country, it's cold out west,
right,
and it's really warm. I'll tell you what has me a little concerned about this is I've seen this so many times in my 30 years here in Charlotte. You get these really warm temperatures in February and March, and then as we get into late March or early April, we get one really cold night. And unfortunately, it hurts the farmers.
Yeah.
That usually does the job for the peach farmers, particularly in South Carolina. And we always love to get those great, tree ripened peaches right over the border here in South Carolina, and they're nowhere to be found. I've seen this. It happens usually, Alex, on average about once every 5 years. So let's hope that doesn't happen. I mean, I don't want that to happen, but I'm concerned about this because, as I say, we talk about fake fall around here. This could possibly be fake spring, meaning that we could trick the plants into really just releasing everything and going full bore. And then, of course, at night, it can get cold. Now, look, can they handle 35, 32? Sure. What they can't handle is when you get into the 20s. And, and we've seen this many, many times. So just got to kind of keep an eye on that. There's your normal high and low at the top of your screen, 58 and 36. So our normal low isn't even down to freezing anymore.
Right.
So we keep going down into the 20s at night here like we did last night, like we did the night before. And we're going to be close to that again tomorrow morning, but then we rebound. Now, going forward, our numbers really do go up. 65 Thursday, 68 on Friday. Now we take a little bit of a knockback on Saturday, but not by much. Those are still above normal temperatures. And then that is not a misprint Monday.
72 is the high. Partly cloudy.
That's what I'm forecasting, 72. And I think at least for probably 2, 3, 4 days next week, we're going to wind up in the 70s.
Wow. And listen, Chief, I just told you about a week or so ago.
Yeah.
My wife's birthday is the 26th,
you did mention
which
that.
is Monday. And
Look
she
at that.
always complains, the weather is so terrible for my birthday. It's never nice on my birthday. Well, guess what?
It's an early present.
An early birthday present from Chief Meteorologist Al Conklin. That is amazing, though. 72.
Yeah, that's what I'm thinking. So, at 59, we're about average today and tomorrow.
Okay.
Those are the coldest days, and they're not even all that cold.
Right.
And 65, 68.
68.
All right, a little bit of a knockback Saturday. And if you go into the FC game, I think you'll wind up in the 50s to start.
Right.
I mean, it's only 61 for a high. It's a 7:30
So you're
match.
going to want the jacket.
So you're going to want the jacket because you're going to wind up in the 40s. But then the next day we warm up to 63, and then we tack on a good 8, 10 degrees to that on Monday. So happy birthday, and look at that, 72 degrees.
Love to see that. She'll be excited, and it is something. And you mentioned fake spring. What are the chances you think that we do get that cold snap? Is it too early to tell?
Well, I don't. It's on average we usually get 1 or 2 of these in especially in the month of March, and sometimes into April. And even though Easter is coming up, and of course daylight saving time, all these things that we traditionally kind of look forward to here, it only takes 1 or 2 nights that it gets cold, and I've seen it many, many times. Where I remember one Easter we were down to we were like 22 degrees. And there were no peaches to be had anywhere. And again, it's for our plants at home, sure we can cover them up. You can't do that on the large scale. So that's just one thing I'm a little concerned about. Just because we've seen it before, we get, as I say, you get this false sense that okay, it's all over with, winter's done. Well, not so fast. Especially at night, it can get cold around here. These are still longer days. The longer days are great, but the nights are still cold. We see it. And especially when the air is dry, it's very efficient. So it will get down into the 20s, but then it heats up into the 60s. It's almost like a desert, right? Yeah. It's cold at night, but it gets hot during the day because the air is so dry. The atmosphere can just allow for a lot of warm weather. But as I say, the nights can be cold.
Yesterday, similar to today. Tomorrow, looks like it's going to be pretty similar to today, too?
Very much so, yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, now we'll start to see more clouds Thursday in advance of the front. We'll be in the 60s, well into the 60s. And then on Friday, as I say, I think the rain will end pretty early based on what we're seeing now. We'll have an update for you tomorrow, though. We'll check on it.
That sounds good to me.
All right.
Thank you, Chief.
You bet. Have a great day.